Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. Here in my bedroom, I have so many freaking lights on me right now. It's just accentuating my paleness, which is pretty good because I am pretty pale. I'm surprised you can't see through me. I'm that translucent. But I also got that candle in the background. You can see that thing right here, right above my thumb. Look at that little guy. But you know it's gonna be a serious video if I got that scented candle going and I got all these lights going. So what are we doing today? Well, I'm actually gonna talk a little bit about a scale. This is the Vitasigns scale by Vitagoods. It's a Bluetooth scale that has a mobile phone app that you can link to and it tracks your progress, and I'll show you that a little bit more in the review. But I wanted to go ahead and say that this was something that was sent to me for free, so I did not pay for it. Now, usually when that happens, they also want you to do some kind of affiliate program. You guys know I don't participate in that. I still wanted to do a review on this scale just to kind of let you guys know about it. However, if you are interested in getting it, I'm just going to go ahead and give you FUSARO's affiliate link because I believe he has one where it gives you a discount on the scale if you're interested. So go help Matty out if this is something that interests you, which you may not be interested in after you hear my review. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so here you see the scale itself, and it looks pretty good. I mean, it's a good looking scale if that's the kind of thing that you're into. But let's go ahead and turn it on. Now, the instructions say just simply tap on the scale twice to turn it on. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's try again. All right, maybe I'm not doing something right.
And then turn the scale on by tapping it twice.
All right, let's give it another go. Still not happening. Still not happening. You motherfucker. All right, there you go. So literally it took me like 8 times to turn it on, and this happens all the time. But once it's on, you just stand on it like any other scale. It'll take your weight, then it'll take a second to process. You'll eventually see a signal that tells you that it's being sent to your phone. So let's go ahead and take a look at the phone. So the app is a free download. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up, and once you're in there and you've set up your user profile, it'll log your weight each time you are near the scale. Now, if you're not near the scale, you can still go ahead and log it because the scale will store it, but it tells you all sorts of things like your BMI and your body fat percentage, although these aren't very accurate, but it is what it is. You can also take a look at the long run. So for me, yesterday, probably shouldn't have had that burger and fries, but it is what it is again. Now you can actually share this if you really care with email, Facebook, Twitter, integrate it like any other social media thing these days. Now the scale itself retails for $179.99, but again, their whole marketing plan is to get people to sell it and give them affiliate codes. So that gives you like 56% off. So the scale is actually about $79.99, but again, the point is they want people to sell it. Now you can do other things too with this app and go in and manually add in your data. So you could manually track your weight, which kind of defeats the purpose of buying the scale. So if you just want to use the app to track weight with your normal scale, you can actually do it. Now this scale itself can have up to 4 users. However, they can't use their own individual logins. Everybody has to use the same login. So for example, the Beyonce here actually uses my login. Another thing that I noticed, if you go into the user settings, you can actually put your body style to an athlete, which I wanted to do. However, once you actually click on that athlete and hit next, it takes a while to process, so we're gonna go ahead and skip that forward. You'd think someone that works out would ideally want to put it in athlete mode. The problem with doing so is there is a bug that once you do athlete mode and then actually click on your weight progress, the app crashes every single time. And I couldn't get around this problem. I actually worked with the company to try to fix it. They couldn't do it. So here's my old scale I paid 30 bucks for. You can actually put in your age and your height and get a lot of the same numbers in terms of body fat and BMI. You could actually really just download the free app and use it in conjunction with your normal scale and get the same feature benefits. You just wouldn't have the Bluetooth. So you'd save money, but still get to use the app to track your weight if you wanted. So there you go. There's the review of the Vitasigns scale by Vitagoods. Again, when it comes down to it, not really worth it in my opinion, but if you are interested in it, I'll give you the link in the description below so you can use Matty's code, help him out, and also get this scale for cheaper if you so happen to give a f. But for me personally, I wouldn't pay for it. So I would not buy this, would not spend $80, I would not spend $180 nonetheless. I'm glad they sent it to me for free. It's something I'm going to use, but again, only because I have it. I would probably much rather use the other scale I have and just log it myself if it really came down to it, only because it's cheaper and it really much does the same thing. There's nothing really that sets this apart. Yeah, it's some cool features, but not for the price point. So let's get on to the rest of the video. All right, so I got the review out of the way. Now I'm back in the car. I'm actually outside the gas station because I had to stop and get me some of them monsters. It's about 10 o'clock or so on Sunday. I've been up for about 4 hours. I got up at 6 today. Haven't eaten anything at all, so I needed to get some energy in. And that being the case also, I picked up some of these Black Forest glowworms. So we got the Black Forest and the White Monster. Can't be called a racist any longer. But as part of this, I'm feeling very Maxx Chewning-ish because I got the monsters, I got the candies. I'm in the car, take off the hat. Put on a little of these guys. Hold on, let me side part my hair. Ha ha! Now if I just lost 100 pounds, I'd be Maxx Chewning. One can only wish. But anyways, gonna eat these glowworms. Gonna drink this Monster. Gonna cover this dome piece. And then we're gonna head to the gym and we're gonna train, so I'll check you guys outside of the gym. So I ended up going with the red Monster, and I forgot to mention that I was actually trying to get the elusive black Monster, at least for me. I haven't seen it around here, which is interesting because the gas station I went to, if you take a look at the picture right here I'm showing you on screen, they have a lot of Monster at this place. They have a whole door full of it, so that's a little bit disappointing. But I'm loaded up on Monster and those sour glow gummy worms, so it's kind of a good thing that I'm doing some beltless training these days, just because my stomach feels like it's going to explode anyway, and I'm basically wearing a belt inside my stomach, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna go in, do some work. I think I'm gonna do squats and bench today. That's what I've been doing. Been enjoying it. I know a lot of people have said it's a lot of volume or it's too much, but I've actually been getting stronger doing so, and my body's getting more accustomed to it. So it's been feeling pretty good. So let's get in, let's do some work. All right, so you guys have probably noticed that I've been squatting a lot lately. In fact, this is my 5th squat session in the last 10 days, so a lot of frequency. Now, the weight's not always very heavy. The heaviest I worked up today was 315. I wanted to work on some 5-second pause sets, and as you can already tell from these, there's no getting around it. I am coming in really high. Now, I think for this case, it's because my eyes were pointed down, looking at the phone, not to mention my legs were really tight as is, even though I spent a long time warming them up, but definitely coming in high here. However, I'm still kind of happy with the actual way this workout went, so this felt pretty good. In between sets, I actually came up and took a look at the film and was like, holy crap, I'm Wiz Khalifa high. I'm talking Willie Nelson high, talking Snoop Dogg high. I'm talking James Franco and Seth Rogen high. So what did I do? I tried to actually look up a little bit more on my descent and got set in my squat before actually looking at my phone. I have my phone in front of me. You can kind of see it peeking a little bit over on the right hand by those safety bars because I had a timer going, so I wanted to make sure that I was actually down in the hole for 5 seconds. Now in between sets here, I'm trying to get a big belly full of air because in this case, I actually held my breath all throughout each actual rep, which was tough to do, and it's really kind of conflicting about what I want to do because obviously I want to make sure my core stays tight, and if I breathe, that might throw me off. At the same time, kind of gotta breathe to live, and these are definitely tough. You don't want to pass out or get knocked out or fall over during any of these sets. So my third and last set here, again, same thing, 315 just for 3. Wanted to get a little bit different of angle, and in this case, you can see my phone on the very right on top of that box just that I can look. So I squat, you can see my eyes up and then point down. These are looking kind of high as well. However, again, I'm okay with that given the fact that I've, again, squatted 5 times in 10 days. You see me playing around a little bit, trying to sit back a little bit more. I find my depth gets a little bit better again when I go down if I really focus on putting the weight on my heels. And you can see I adjust there, and you can tell by my face kind of also. These are tough, but definitely felt good, and it was good to get in and still squat. Nothing heavy, but again, depth is something I want to work on. So after that, warmed up on bench and started my first working set at 275. Wanted to do some doubles here with pause work. You guys probably remember I've been playing around with having a more narrow grip. So this is probably about 2 to 3 inches closer than my typical competition bench has been. And I gotta say, I really like how things are going. The 2 main reasons why I like this so much is because I'm able to tuck my elbows a little bit more. And actually, I feel for the first time like I'm getting some drive out of the pause. So you can see my glutes flex, my legs flex, and I really like how this is going. Typically with my traditional grip, I didn't have a problem with touch and go, and even my pause bench was getting better. But when you looked at my pauses, I was cutting them a lot of times short because I couldn't find that I generated much power from the pause at my chest. So using this a little bit narrower grip and getting more of leg drive in it, you can see here that I'm able to do a lot better than typically I have been. And the way that I worked today was nothing overly impressive with weight. Started with 275 and just moved it up in increments of 5 pounds each time. So 275, 280, 285, 290, 295, and finally finishing at 300. Now I probably could have gone heavier or made bigger jumps and tried to go with better weight, but in this case I just really wanted to work more on the pause because that's been an area that I've really been struggling with. So with the squats and the bench today, even though we didn't do a lot of exercises, I was still happy with the results. Alright, so after training I actually went to the grocery store and I picked up some new cereal. Look at these Cinnamon Crisps. So it's basically a knockoff of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but there's a shark on it. So you guys saw the cereal last time with the whole pirate parrot thing, and now we got Cinnamon Crisp sharks. They sure know how to market to me. So that's gonna end it for today's video. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big. Cue that motherfucking outro.